I will be demonstrating how to bind off in pattern. When you are knitting a design and it calls for a bind off in pattern, they want you to continue the established pattern as you bind off. So on this sample here, I have a knit 4, purl 2 rib going across. So as I bind off, I'm going to maintain those stitches. So I will knit 1. Next stitch is a knit, so I'll knit that again, but then I do have to bind off. So I'll go ahead and lift that first stitch over and off the second stitch. And this stitch in the established pattern is a knit stitch, so I will knit that as well and bind off. This next stitch on my left hand needle is a knit stitch, so I will knit that, bind off. But now I come to a purl stitch in my established pattern. So to bind off in pattern, simply bring your yarn to the front or just purl as usual. And now I have 2 stitches again on the right hand needle. Bind that off. Next stitch is a purl, so I will purl it. Bind it off. Now I'm back to the next stitch on the left hand needle is a knit stitch. So I will go ahead and knit that. Binding it off. The reason for binding off in pattern, sometimes it gives a cleaner looking edge, especially on something that will be exposed. Maybe on a neckline or top of a glove. Any place that you're going to see this bind off edge. So by binding off in pattern, you maintain that same look all the way across. Here I am back to a purl stitch, so I will purl that one, bind off. So really the binding off is the same, it's just what stitch you do before you bind off. And there you have binding off in pattern. Happy knitting!